Hi everyone, welcome. It's been a while. I apologize for my shaky camera work, but this is what I'm dealing with. Using my phone, so hi. Okay, so thanks for joining me, guys. Today, per usual, I'm going to be using my 5 lovely fingers. Please feel free to follow along with my things. So, oh, don't mind my water and my pens. So if you guys got your colors, we're just gonna go over them. So we have our black, white, green. This is like a phthalo green, a cobalt blue. This is like a bright red, and a like a lemon yellow. If you don't have these exact shades of colors, it's really not that big of a deal. I should be corrected now. Yeah. I'm just trying to get like a full shot of all of the paint. That's why it was sideways, but I should be okay now. Okay. And again, I just want to apologize for like some shoddy camera work because I'm using my phone and I'm holding it, so it's kind of difficult at times. Okay, so you should have a canvas and these colors. I'm going to start out with kind of a whitewash. Now, it's kind of difficult. I'm using acrylic paint, but it's kind of difficult to use because it doesn't stay wet. So just do your best. Right now I'm just dipping my fingers into the white. Get as much as you want on there. And we're just kind of coat the canvas. Trying to make it as wet as possible. So we're really just kind of whitewashing the canvas, so when we put our colors on, they're gonna be able to blend easier. And don't get afraid to get messy with this, guys. This is what it's for, you know? You really want to get your fingers into that paint. And just kind of whitewash all over it. There we go. Just as much as you can. I would also suggest a rag as well, so you can wipe off the excess paint that you don't need. We really want this canvas to be slick, and we have to kind of work fast because acrylic dries rather quickly. So awesome. Okay. That should be good. Yeah, so you see, I know white on white doesn't really make all that much sense, but we're just coating it. And I'm just going to close that so my paint doesn't dry out. Now, I want my mountains to be a bluish color, I think. So, I'm going to open up my blue. This is my blue. Like I was saying before, it's okay if it's not the same exact color blue. You really just want to If you're right-handed or left-handed, it doesn't matter. You want to try and get as much paint as possible on your fingers. And we're just going to kind of map out where we want our mountains to live. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna do some right here. Bring that in. And I think I'm gonna do one right here and kind of have an opening in the middle here. Okay, and we can kind of just block them out. And we're just blocking out our mountains right now. Okay, and if you need more paint, you just want to dip it in and bring it in. Okay, don't be afraid to really layer on some paint here, guys. That's what it's for. Oh God, sorry. Like I said, sorry about the shoddy camera work. I'm trying to figure out a better way to do this. But if y'all can't see, or, you know, I have to adjust, just send me a message and I'll do my best to adjust accordingly. Okay, and the white on the canvas is kind of just like helping us flow with the blue, kind of giving us a base, and kind of just allowing us to shape out our mountains without too much fuss, and, you know, give us kind of a blocking of where we want our darks and our lights to be, so we can work with it, kind of let the canvas tell us what it wants instead of us telling it what to do. It kind of helps. If that makes any sense. Unless that's too artsy for y'all, I understand. Artsy speak. Okay. Now, I want this to be behind, and I want this mountain to be in front, so I'm just gonna, it's all about the strokage, the finger strokes and stuff. The way you adjust your fingers. So if you push the paint in a certain direction, that's what it's going to look like. That's how it's going to look. It's going to look like, you know, this mountain is in front of the one in the back. It kind of gives it some depth. That's what we're looking for. Okay. So we got our two mountains and our little path right here. And we'll fix that. Okay, so I'm going to wipe off my hands. And let's see. I'm going to go into the sky here, I think, and I'm going to use some yellow. Oh goodness. Okay. Be careful with the yellow and the blue. Be careful not to mix it, because then you'll have a green sky. And although this is completely your world, it's not really the look we're going to be going for here. Okay, so I really want some sunshine, I think. Let's get some sunshine going. Block out some sunshine. So we're just blocking out color, like I said. Now I think I'm going to go into this some more white because a lot of my white has dried already. So I'm going to go back in and lighten everything up in the sky. So we're just working in between the yellow. Okay, and you can kind of go on top of the yellow, that's okay. Just when the next color I'm going to be using is red, so when I use the red I really want it to blend easily and not be so harsh, so that's why I'm adding in some white here. Just to kind of lighten everything up, make it look like a nice cool sunset going on. Oh, thanks for the share. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna wipe that off. It's not a big deal if you don't get it all off, but we're gonna be going into our red color here. Oh my gosh, if I can get it open. Sometimes these things seal shut. Alright, that is a lot. I don't know if we're going to need that much, but... Yeah, I lit that shit on fire. Oh my god. It's okay. We can always go back in and lighten this up with some white. It's not that big of a deal. But that is a lot of paint. You probably won't need as much as that. But it's okay if you do, if you're working on a bigger canvas, you know. Sometimes it's better. Have a lot. It's okay if you go over into the blue a little bit. It's not that, you know, not that bad. You really just wanna... Oh boy. Definitely don't need that much paint, so I'm gonna wipe some off here. And I have something right on my lap that I could just kind of wipe off, you know. You can have it wherever you'd like. Okay. I definitely suggest wearing crappy pants for this too. So, right now, I think I'm gonna just take some paint off. Okay, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back into my yellow. And I'm just gonna kind of blend that in together and make this nice orangey color. And we really want to work with the amount of paint we have on the canvas. We really want it to show that we packed a lot of paint on. And we're kind of just working with that. We have 5 brushes, so we might as well use them. Okay, it's coming along. It's coming along. What do you guys think? So now I'm going to get really crazy. I'm going to dip back into that blue. Now, in case you guys didn't know, when you mix red and blue, it makes purple. So I'm going to make some purple. Okay, and again, you really want to work these into more towards the top. As it goes up, it's going to get darker, so you don't really want to go too deep down. And we're really utilizing the paint to our advantage. We really want to see those fingerprint strokes. I don't know if you guys can see it. Get closer here. But you really want to see those different strokes, and that's what's going to create that really cool effect for your mountains and your sky. Kind of like a Monet effect, if you will, Impressionism. That's what we're trying to get at here. Okay. So we have that down. Let's stick with our blue, and we're going to add some shadow. So let's see, we'll stick with our blue. And I'm just going to add in some dark tones. So our area of light is going to be right here. So the mountains are going to be probably the lightest here. So I want them to be darkest over here. And this is a really good time to just kind of shape out your mountains. Just use this to kind of create different cliffs in your mountains. And you're taking paint like so, and you're pressing and you're pulling down, and we're just pulling down and pulling down and pulling down. And you can kind of connect them in a downward motion. Kind of just creating the actual cliffs here, the actual shape of the mountain. It doesn't matter which kind of shapes you create, just as long as you follow your strokes and you follow the shape of your mountain. So it doesn't matter if you're creating longer strokes, if you're creating shorter strokes. So you can kind of make, you know, that's what I mean about shorter strokes. You can just kind of move it in, but as long as you're moving it in where your mountain is going to be, you know, kind of shape it out, then you should be fine. It won't look too odd. If you're painting along with me, and you know, once I finish up and everything, I would love for you guys to leave a comment below of your finished work, just to see how it came out. I would love to see that. That would be really cool. So you can kind of see, like, there's a much better shape going on with this mountain. We can kind of bring this guy out, and then towards the end you kind of just want to brush it out, just to kind of give it that, you know, end look. So it's not a forever mountain. If you want, you can bring this out all the way if you wanted. It's completely up to you. You see what I mean? Okay, see those finger strokes. Alright, so I'm going back into my blue, and I'm going to do the back mountain now. Alrighty. Okay, now I think we're gonna work light to dark. So we want to bring out those highlights of our mountains. So I'm going to dip into this white, and I'm just going to use a little at first just to see where I want my highlights to be. I guess I'll start with the back mountain. And these strokes are going to be smaller, and you're going to be barely touching. Okay. And you're going to Just do your best to create these long, kind of icicle looking strokes. And then you can go back over it. Okay. Now I really want some highlights right here. So I'm picking up some of the blue, which is fine. You know, that's okay. And right now I'm just kind of creating where my cliffs would have been, where I placed them before, and I'm just really bringing those down. Now I'm picking up a lot of the blue, so don't worry. I'm just kind of rounding out the mountain now, putting in my highlights, and so it really looks like it's glacial. Okay, but as you can see, that's where the light is, and that's what I'm picking up, or trying to pick up. Let's see. I might add a little bit of yellow in there too, but we'll see, we'll get to that, we'll get to that. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna go on the other side and do the same thing. Except this is more towards us, so I'm gonna put a little bit more detail into it. Maybe just dot it here and there. And I'm just pulling it down. So if you're picking up too much blue, then you can just wipe off your fingers before you dip it back into your white. And we just kind of want it on the edge here. Very little. Almost like waterfall action. Because this mountain's peak is just kind of over. Okay, these we can actually move. We're going to be moving them into kind of swing down. These are more on the floor. And we're just brushing, just touching slightly. Not kind of layering any, just to kind of create that path look. If you can kind of see what I mean. Trying to get all of the paint off of my fingers. It has a tendency to clump up, as you can see. Just try not to mix them. Okay. And I'm going to go back in here and start from the top. Let's make this one more swoopy. And we're just gently pulling. Back in, and then again just gently pulling. If you don't like what you did, you can always pat it and then pull it down again, pull it into, you know, whatever way you want. You can kind of, it's really about where the paint strokes are going. So if you want more of a, you know, a fantastical mountain look, you can pull it straight down and kind of give it those, you know, long glacial look. If you want more of like a realistic, you can kind of pat it in and then spread it around the way that you want. Alright. Not bad. Not bad so far. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm going to take my black now. Black's a bold move. You really want to be careful where you place the black because it's very hard to cover. Oh, if I can get it open. There we go. Oh, my black might be all used up. Yeah. Well then, guess I'm not using black. Let's see. Hold on, guys. Gotta grab something else. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to be using very, very little black. Comparatively to what we were using before, this is the tiniest amount. And I'm going to start by putting in shadows. So, you know what? I'm going to even use less than that. And I'm just kind of putting in some darker shadows here. Just here and there. So I think I'm going to carve out a path from here all the way down to here. Let's see. So I'm going to take a little bit of blue and the teeniest amount of black. Kind of like that. You can see it. And start small, and then it's okay if it mixes with some of the white. That's quite alright. And we're just gonna carve out a little path. Okay, and now I'm going to go back into my white. Make sure you wipe off your hands as best as possible. And I'm going to very lightly put some snow back into my path. Kind of reshape out the mountain, because we lost some mountain there. And I like this mountain part right here, so I'm gonna kind of remake it and kind of make that a very bold mountain part. I'm gonna lift this guy up a little bit actually. Leave that like that. And we're just speckling here. give it a better visual here. Again, I'm really sorry about the camera work, guys, and I really have like high technology to work with, so. Okay. I'm gonna go back into my blue. Clean up these snow marks right here. Really just work it around the path so it really looks like, you know, there's a path going on over here. It's really far in the distance, and then it gets bigger and bigger as it comes towards us, so really want to get that, kind of trick the eye into thinking that you could do that by building the mountain around the path a little bit. Just using the same horizontal or vertical strokes here, kind of build it up. So now it kind of looks like it's coming out a little bit. Okay, I'm going to throw a little bit more black in here. And I'm just putting it in between. You can always build it up again. Take it away, build it up, take it away. This paint's super versatile. You want to keep these strokes though horizontal, just so you can really get that path look. So I think I might throw a little red in here. I'm going to go back into that blue. And then we're going to go back into the white. Now we don't need a lot. Again, this is just going to kind of cover and help us snowy everything up. Take a little black and put it on this side now. Oh gosh, I'm stuck. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm stuck here. Be right with you. Alrighty, sorry about that. I think we're just about done. We actually finished pretty early. And that is your mountain painting. I hope you guys really enjoyed yourselves. As for next week, I don't know what you guys want to do, but if you have any requests for finger painting, below, show me your picture, show me how yours came out. Any advice, you know, what I can improve on besides the camera work. I know it's kind of torturous, guys, but yeah, excellent. Alright, so I'm here every Tuesday at 9 p.m. You can follow along with me. I usually post up whatever I'm doing, and I post up all the stuff that you need, the supplies, and that's really it. And then people just follow along and watch me and do whatever they want to do. It's a really relaxing environment, no pressure, just place to come during the week. Thank you. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions, concerns, suggestions, just leave me a comment or message me in my inbox. I'll probably get back to you within 24 hours. And I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Alright guys, have a great night. Bye.